So it's the beginning of the week, everybody, a brand new week. How exciting is that? What are we all going to do with our wonderful weeks? And the first thing I'm going to do, Elliot is still trapped here, my daughter's boyfriend, and he's having a really good hair day. So you might want to zoom in on that bit when you watch it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, you will never believe this, you actually, in your gut, have something called a second brain. Dr. Michael Gershon, who I love, is the main researcher in this field. And the second brain actually has more of the neurotransmitters that act like dopamine and serotonin than in the entire spinal cord. So, because it's Monday, we're going to push them up the spine and into the brain through the cerebral spinal fluid. And this is how we're going to do it. Oh, and in case you had a little bit of a stressful weekend, because not everybody has a nice weekend, we're going to do a little bit of releasing tension as well. So you're going to be relaxed, but fired up and motivated for your week. So here we go. I'm going to do something called up the ladder, because I like to keep it fun. And what you do is, your fingers are just anchors, so no weight, and you're going up with the thumbs like this. It's this motion, right from the gut. That's why Elliot's sitting backwards on the chair, so I can get his whole back. And he's 6'2". It's a lot of back. So, and you have to stand in this pose like a warrior, because then you can push the feeling up through your legs and into the back, and give them the maximum that you can. They'll be zooming up there like a firework display. Right, ready? So, it's like this. And don't forget, different people like different pressures. So some people might like it quite light, but some people like it quite deep. And then you roll it over the shoulders at the top. And what you're doing here, you're pushing all the blood and oxygen up the brain. You're going behind the vagus nerve as well, so keeping heart rate and blood pressure low. And the vagus nerve carries dopamine, because our bodies are so clever. So you don't break contact, because it's much nicer. And the longer the strokes, the more luxurious it is. You're pushing it all up the body. And don't forget, for some people with autism, if you do it very lightly, it could tickle or burn them. And I'm doing it through clothes, because I always work with children through clothes, always. But if you've got adults, you can do this skin on skin. You can do it with them lying down. It's so adaptable. You can make it your own. So then, because we've gone up the ladder, we're going to go down the rope. And you're using the middle bit of your fingers there, like that. You put one hand on the shoulder, and you're doing that. You're rotating down the spine. And this gets rid of all those horrible little knots and nodules where we're bent over computers, or we might have done a bit of gardening at the weekend. We've got stiff back. And this you do with a little bit more pressure. He's saying it's nice. It's costing me a fortune. No, not really. There we go. But all your weight is in your fingers, not in this hand. This is just to, it's a nurturing thing. It's saying I've got you. And it also balances you, so you can put all the weight in your fingers, and you're just rotating all the way down the spine. And if you get rid of these knots and nodules, all the gorgeousness from the gut can flow nice and easily and flood the brain. And all your bosses and all your school teachers will think you're fab. There we go. Just down like that. And you can do it as many times as you want. I have to condense it a bit. Some of the videos aren't too long. But everything you do is very mindful. And you're just rotating. And it doesn't matter what, you can go that way or you can go that way. For some reason, I always go anti-clockwise, which probably means something really sinister. But that's just what I do. So all the way down there. The gut actually begins at the mouth and then goes down the esophagus and down. But we're not doing that today, we're just doing the back. And then, if you want a really good one to release tension, this is so nice. It looks awful, but it feels fantastic. You're doing like a little choppy thing, like this, but so your hands are together like that, but it's very, very light. You don't want to crash down on them so they feel like a log being chopped up and made into kindling. It's a bouncy one that helps them gently release. So and this is the path you're doing, like umbrella handles, or if you're feeling childish, candy canes, or walking sticks if you're getting on a bit. See, that's the pattern you're making. So, and you're just following that with your hands. I'm going to slow it down because I normally do this really fast. So it's like that, all the way down, and then you can go back up again. If you bring it back up again though, you're bringing the energy back up. So sometimes if I have people with PTSD or, you know, they're in some sort of emotional, mental overwhelm, I will only do it down in the candy canes, because you want to bring that energy down. Otherwise, if like me, you've got loads to do and you need to get going, you could do it back up again like this. It just feels a bit more complete if you do it like that. But once you've done one side, you then have to do the other side. And obviously what I'm showing you today would be impossible for you to do on your own, unless you had great big long massive gorilla arms and amazing eyesight. But I will be sharing something tomorrow which you can do on your own as well. I like to keep it fair. But look how easy this is. And your fingers should make like a little clacky sound. Not a you don't want that sound. If you've got the little clacky sound, you're doing it right. And again, as well as releasing all the tension, you're boosting up those amazing neurotransmitters which we all need. We don't want them shoved down there, we want them flowing. And then because you've done lots of stimulation, you always finish with something calm. So I've shown you this one on another video. I love this one. These are my little waves rolling in, and I don't break contact, and you do it quite firmly, gentle but firm. If you're just smoothing down their clothes, it might tickle them or even irritate them, and it won't be doing any good at all really, other than tidying them up. So you want to have that really firm contact, and again you do first one side and then the other side. If you're working with children, you could turn it into a story. So it could be up the ladder, down the rope, or running up and down the rigging, or running up and down the steps to a fairground ride. And then this could be the whizzing down bit. So if you've got a child who isn't necessarily going to sit in a chair, you know, to have a massage, you could turn it into a story. You could even do that for adults. I very often do. It's as simple as that. There we go. And you can even just finish by putting your hands on their shoulders if you want to, because don't forget, after 40 seconds, here comes oxytocin, love and nurture. I must calm down, but I can't because I absolutely love it and find our bodies amazing. So have a wonderful week, everybody, and I shall see you soon.